Hey, welcome back to Daily Wrap. Before we jump back in, let's jump on board, shall we? Newsmax wants to send one lucky couple on a 7-day Silver Sea cruise to the Caribbean this winter. Obviously, a luxury cruise and the Silver Win is the trip of a lifetime. To win, however, you need to enter our sweepstakes. Visit newsmax.com/sweepstakes to enter. That's newsmax.com/sweepstakes. All right, it's potluck time. This is the part of the show you may have heard. We actually go around the table and we share our favorite stories of the day. And if you get to wear a yellow tie that matches Heather's outfit, you get to go first.
I get to go first.
Boom.
That's awesome. This is not my favorite story of the day, however. I just want to make it clear. Today, something happened on Wall Street. The veil of complacency dropped on Wall Street, and it revealed a much more raw, naked emotion, which was fear. And we saw a massive sell-off, the likes of which we haven't seen this year so far. In fact, we had all three major indices fall 2% or better. The Morgan Stanley World Stock Index fell 2%. Why? Well, there are three really basic reasons why. One is Greece. They have $1.8 billion that it looks like they're going to default on, or something bad is going to happen, and we're led to believe. Second, Puerto Rico, a little island down to our south out there in the Gulf, got $73 billion worth of debt they now say they can't pay. And in China, we're standing on the edge of a bear market in stocks, and there are questions about the Chinese economy. But the real reason is because the market needed an excuse. There's been a lot of fear lurking under this market all along. You had three really good reasons to do it. So let me give you another set of numbers. Let's start with 44. 44 months since we've had a 10% correction in this market. Why is that unusual? Because typically you have 20 months in between corrections in a market. So a 10% sell-off here wouldn't be untoward. It might be a little scary, it might be a little unnerving, but it wouldn't be unusual. The other number is 71, because that's typically how long it takes to come out of a corrective phase. What do you do? Well, that's up to you. I'm not in the business of telling people what to do, but maybe you could follow the advice of some stock market people who say, look, you know what? If it falls 10%, maybe it falls a little bit more, because markets don't always get everything just exactly right. Take a look at the stocks that you wanted to own but couldn't own because, well, they were a little bit too expensive, and let this work itself out. We look like we're going to have a negative set of earnings in the S&P 500 in the second quarter, so this may take a little time to work out. And yes, it's scary, and it's definitely not my favorite story.
Is this 2008 all over again? Go ahead first.
I just have to say, Joe, you said that Tucker learned nothing from all those years. He was a business reporter.
Well,
you were wrong. He's good.
He is very good.
A lot.
That really was a good analysis.
You're like the Kramer guy on CNBC, but without the
without
annoying.
spit and scream.
Yeah,
Throw paper
exactly.
everywhere.
What were you going to ask?
I was going to say, is this like 2008 all over again? Don't you get that feeling that something's going to burst and it's going to happen before the election that will hurt the incumbent party?
See, this is a fear, which is healthy actually in a market. The complacency in a market where you say, well, you know what, we got these problems in Greece, we got these problems in China, we got these problems in Puerto Rico, we got these problems with earnings. Oh, cool, guys. Don't worry about it. That's not a healthy market. A healthy market's got a little bit of fear in it, where you got to like clench your gut a little bit, and think, oh man, do I want to risk my money in this market?
I don't think I do right now. Just saying. Anyway, okay, it's my turn.
I have
Excellent
to make
job
a phone
tonight.
call to the financial advisor. I'll be right back with you.
Okay, very good. But it's funny that you picked up your phone, and during the commercial break, admittedly, some of us check our phones, the Twitter, to see the reaction from people watching around the country and around the world on satellite television and so on. And we just can't seem to put our phones down like ever. So we have some new stats to share with you. According to one publication, there are now 176 million addicts of phones. Addict is defined by you can't go more than an hour without looking at it. And that doesn't include sleep, just when you're awake. All right, so 176 million, 52% are female. The average adult, gets this, checks their cell phone 110 times per day. And if you think that's high, it really isn't, because you constantly stroll, you check an email, you're checking a text, you're maybe responding to something. 80% of 18 to 24-year-olds sleep with their phones. Guess what? I'm a little older than 24. I sleep with my phone. I'm a sick individual. And 84% of adults can't go one day without their phones. That's according to therichest.com. So, let me ask all of you, okay, as you clutch your phones, do you think you could go a day without it?
No,
Have you
I'm
tried?
an addict. I I need the 12-step program.
Okay.
Apparently, yeah.
Because
I couldn't.
there's a resort in Germany, and I'll ask you
I'm
guys
not
the same
going
question in
there.
a moment. It's called the Villa Stephanie. Okay, I'm sure you're not. That actually has a kill switch that will allow you to kill any internet access in your room or wherever you may be, like in the spa, so you could actually relax. So here's my question actually for you. Okay, well, can you go a day without it?
No.
For your profession, though.
Well, no, but even on a Saturday, I can't stop looking at it.
But like 7 years ago, you didn't even have this ability to check a phone.
I know, but then I couldn't do all the things that I do if I didn't have the ability to check the
Good
phone.
point.
The fallacy is you
Bill,
wouldn't
quickly.
relax.
I couldn't. Rick and I are going to 12-step program together.
Okay.
You wouldn't relax.
I think it's good
You'd
though.
be
I think you
stressed.
actually would after a little while. You're just gonna get over that.
When I go on hikes with the dog and the wife and the kid, I'm actually trying to leave it at home, and I do feel relaxed because
Yeah.
for once I'm not getting stressed by seeing something I probably didn't want to see. Anyway, yay or nay is next. This is the Daily Wrap.